The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
The excitement of Kentucky Derby Saturday. We thank our friends down at Churchill Downs for that tremendous open, Dick. No fans, but still the tradition and the excitement remain.
Yeah, look, it's the Kentucky Derby. Our good friend Randy Moss is going to do the show from Connecticut. We'll have a couple people NBC, but that's just what they'll have a couple people at the track, but that's just what we're dealing with here in 2020, Keith. Everything is different, but thankfully the race goes on.
Okay, it's the first Saturday in September, Dick. Dick, does this feel like the Kentucky Derby to you?
Well, it's just different. That's all. But here's what I would say. This year, be thankful for everything we get. Yeah. We have a terrific favorite in Tiz the Law. Great story. We have a local horse, NY Traffic. So it'd still be fun. Is it going to be the same? Of course not.
Right.
It's just not.
Dick, there's some very significant news that comes out of Churchill Downs this week. One of the major contenders isn't going to make the gate.
Yeah, had an issue in his Monday morning gallop, Keith. This is Art Collector, and it was a very minor, but it was just tender to the touch the next day. So trainer Tommy Drury had to treat the horse for some inflammation, and it was treating him with a drug too close to the race. Right. Can't have it to race with. So he was not even entered, and will hopefully be able to go into Preakness. Look, I feel terrible for Bruce Lunsford. He's a Kentucky guy, and obviously Tommy's never had a chance at this kind of race. And anybody who's been watching the show knows I bet him at 25-1 the morning of the Bluegrass. I had another horse at 22-1 this year.
Charlatan.
Yep. But you know what? I got Justified 42 years ago. Keith, the answer to all questions about future book bets that went bad is it's 2020. Nothing is going right this year. So both of my bets are out, so I'll have to come up with something else for today.
Well, here is more on the 2020 running of the Kentucky Derby.
Well, John, you're off to Kentucky and the Kentucky Derby. Your thoughts?
I can't wait. I'm hoping the experience will be nice. Even without the fans, I think we're still going to have a good amount of people there, owners and guests, so it should be fun.
How has the horse been prepping New York Traffic?
Excellent. Everything's going exactly the way we planned, weather permitting. He ran there in the Matt Winn, so we already know he liked the surface, and then a few days over that track in the morning will, I'm sure, get him used to it.
John, how do you handicap your chances?
If everybody knows I'm so superstitious, so I don't like to say too much, but I'll say I think we have a very good shot.
And the jock?
We're going with Paco Lopez again. I think him riding the horse twice already, the way he rode, I just think he deserves the chance, and he's one of the top riders in the country, and he's looking forward to it.
What would it mean to win a race like this? I mean, you have the Pennsylvania Derby in your pocket with Math Wizard. Now it's a little bit bigger Derby.
This would be, it'd be hard to top that, but I think this could top it.
He's going to need to improve again to compete with a horse like Tizzalo and Honor AP. We feel with the spacing of his racing, he should have an improvement in again. I mean, you never know for sure, but each race he's made a little jump. And if he makes a little jump again, he's right there among the leaders. The first Derby start means everything. I mean, this is why we came here, just to hopefully one day win the Kentucky Derby, and now to be in a position that we have a chance to it. We're very thankful and blessed to be in the position, and we're trying to take it all in. I mean, hope everything goes right to the race, and hopefully our horse runs the race of his life on that day.
And Dick, of course, the local interest around New York traffic, and Dick, we wish John Finelli the very best.
Yep.
And really, when you watch his races, Dick, he has run really, really well.
Yeah, and I mean, I wrote a story for the paper this week on it, and just the fact that you just don't see a horse improve race to race to race like this horse. It's going to need to make one more jump, but yeah, it's John, it's Chuck Zackney, it's Glenn Bennett. They own 90% of this horse. So good luck to our Parks guys today at the Derby.
Well, Dick, let's get to some racing coverage now as we take a look at our local race of the week. It comes from Monday afternoon, a little optional claimer for 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs. It's a first-level allowance condition. You can also enter for $50,000. The favorite, number 1, For the Love of Bourbon, gets bet down to 2-5 for trainer Mike Pino. Dick, a $50,000 claim, 2 starts back. And then he came up here to Parks for his local debut. We know how good Dreams Untold is out of the John Service barn,
Yep.
and he just dusted him.
Yeah, I was astonished how he ran by Dreams Untold, and I'm sure John Service was as well, because John really likes this horse. But it was a powerhouse race. 92 buyer. This is Dan Ryan and Smart Angle, and of course Mike Pino, the claim. I don't know what went into this claim, but it sure looks good right now.
Second choice, number 2, Romanoff, is 4-1 for the hot Claudio Gonzalez barn with Jeremy Laprida on board. Dick, he seems to be having some stamina issues, and when you look at his buyers, they're just kind of mediocre. He really does need to improve here.
Yeah, he hasn't even got to the middle 70s yet. That's not going to be good enough if the favorite runs back anything like he did the first time.
For the Love of Bourbon is 2-5. Here's the call. So Inter Miami, 5/16 to go, about to be tested by For the Love of Bourbon, and For the Love of Bourbon just rolls right on by. Inter Miami comes to the outside trying to stay on. Sir Back in Black has moved to third on the outside. Nothing left for Mr. Romanoff. After that, rookie Salsa. For the Love of Bourbon, furlong to go, has opened up a 4-length lead. Well, Dick, if For the Love of Bourbon was impressive against Dreams Untold, he was more impressive here on Monday. He's one of the best horses I've seen here this year. A great $50,000 claim, 8 1/4 on the wire. Could have been more. Dick, how good is this horse?
Yeah, I think he's one of the best horses, obviously, at the racetrack. And yeah, who knows what's going to happen next? But that was pretty awesome.
Well, let's get to our first break. We got back here on Let's Go Racing. Brian Sanfratello joins us as we talk about Pennsylvania's Day at the Races. Be here on Labor Day Monday. We'll be right back with Brian after this.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks.
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
And breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing on this Kentucky Derby Saturday, the first Saturday in September. Of course, we talked about that here in the Open, but it's a pleasure to welcome in Brian Sanfratello from the Horse Breeders Association. And Brian, Dick and I also touched in the Open Monday as Pennsylvania's Day at the Races. We've had to scrap a lot of things here in 2020. Us have a lot of tracks, but we've been able to say Pennsylvania Day, and that's a big.
Very big. We wanted to make sure that our breeders were able to showcase their horses on this day, and also that they could compete for black type, which is important, for them. We're going to have 5 stakes races. And we're also going to be having approximately $750,000 in purses. So it should be a fantastic day. We're not going to be having the luncheon, of course, because of COVID restraints. But again, we wanted to make sure that we had the day.
Now, Brian, certainly one of my favorite parts of Pennsylvania Day at the Races is you always treat me to lunch at that wonderful luncheon, but I'm going to miss out on that this year. But for the Pennsylvania horse breeders, getting that black type, the purses that you're going to have a chance to offer really is extremely important. As I mentioned, it really is a great thing we've been able to save this day.
Right, especially with everything that's been happening to Pennsylvania since the governor's budget and the casinos being down for a couple of months or so. We wanted people to understand that we do have a reserve, and we will do as much as we can to make sure that our program stays the same. We've continued the extra money for the maiden bonus for PA breds. We continued some of the stakes races, and we continued restricted races and the owner bonus.
Brian, I'm sorry, will the whole card on Monday be for PA breds or just the stakes?
No, the whole card.
Okay.
I don't know, it depends on the entries, but there'll probably be 5 stakes and 6 or 7 auxiliary races.
So we're talking a huge number, like you said, on the, what, did you say $750,000?
Right. Should
in
have
purses
close
for
to
the day.
$750,000.
Well, Brian, again, this will be a Pennsylvania Day like no other, and hopefully we'll have a chance to get all of the festivities back with us again when we get to 2021. But I know you'll be here. You'll probably give out some trophies to the winning owners and winning trainers, so it's a great day for you as well.
Thank you. We just hope that everyone understands that the racetrack and the Horsemen's Group and us got together to make this day possible, so we thank them too.
It'll be great to see you again here in just about a week from today. Pennsylvania's Day at the Races coming up Monday right here at Parks. Well, let's get to our national coverage. Our national coverage, of course, brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. And we start our national coverage up at Saratoga. It was a rainy Saratoga at that, Dick. We're going to take a look at the Grade 1 Forego. It's the 7 furlong older sprinters for $300,000. Dick, a very competitive field here. Number 4, Funny Guy, ends up as the 3-to-1 choice for trainer John Terranova. He is a very well-managed New York bred who is really in top form right now.
He is. He's won 3 of 4. I was a little surprised he was favored, but it just wasn't the strongest Forego field ever. I thought Complexity would be favored just because he's trained by Chad.
Second choice here, number 2, Whitmore. Good old Whitmore is back. He's 7-2 for trainer Ron Boquette. Dick, now 14 career wins, $3.1 million in earnings, but of those 14 wins, only 1 has come at 7 furlongs.
Yeah, I mean, he's more of just that 6 furlong, 1-run closer, and when he gets to a certain level, he's not quite there, but this looks like it should really fit him nicely, this race.
Dick, I know you like loose on the lead.
Yes, I do.
Do you like late runners?
I like them when I have them, Keith, but generally speaking, I don't like them.
Let's get a call of the Forego.
Way back and trailing the field is Win Win Win. The field goes around the far turn. The half was running 44-3. It is True Timber on the inside and Complexity on the outside. And just in behind is Lexingtonian in third. Then Majestic Dunhill, Funny Guy, is down towards the rail as the field comes into the stretch. And it is Complexity who has come away with the lead. True Timber. And on the inside, it is Lexingtonian. And here comes Funny Guy now as they move down for the 16th pole. It's Complexity with the lead. And on the extreme outside, here comes a tremendous move from win to win it at the end.
Well, Dick, you mentioned complexity and Chad Brown. He's leading all the way here. But, Dick, on the outside, number 7, win. You talk about a late run. This horse comes from past left field, somewhere out in the parking lot. It's 7-1 for trainer Mike Trombetta with Javier Castellano comes roaring past to get up to win by a half length at $16.20 to win. Dick, look at the bloodlines on this win.
Yeah, he's a grandson of Smarty Jones, and right after the race, there were a lot of really good photos out there of this horse in a winner's circle with a rainbow behind him, and I sent one of them to Pat. She was really excited. Remember this horse ran in the Derby last year?
Yeah.
And she was really hoping he would run well in that race. He finished 10th, beating 8.5 lengths, but this is a nice horse by Mike Trombetta. And Keith, I don't know that I've seen a horse that far back win a sprint race, like ever. Silky Sullivan in the 50s or something, where they needed the split screen, but he had to be, 10 behind the second to last horse on the backstretch?
Yeah. And
then on the top of the stretch, he's 100 wide, way back, and just unleashes this amazing rally. So what a great story. Win. The grandson of the great Smarty Jones.
Opened up at 12-1, did take money out up at 7-1. So win does so in the forego. Let's take a look at the grade 2 Amsterdam. That's 3-year-olds going 6 furlongs for $150,000. Steve Asmussen saddles the favorite number 2, Yopon. Dickie's the son of Uncle Mo. He won his debut and then came back and in his second career start ran a 101 Beyer.
Yeah, 101 Beyer. You knew he was going to be a heavy favorite in here against some pretty talented horses, including Basin, who was on the Triple Crown Trail for a while and now was Asmussen, now Todd Pletcher back to sprinting, but yeah, Yopon is fast.
Interesting that Basin does get that barn switch. He's 2-1 as the second choice. Let's take a look at the 3-year-old sprinters in the Amsterdam.
The leader is Yopon in front here by a length. Long Weekend gives chase in second, and on the outside, Wonder Where Craig is in third. The opening quarter mile in the mud in 21 4/5 seconds as they race around the far turn. It is Yopon the leader here. Yopon in front by almost a length. Long Weekend in second. Wonder Where Craig is on the outside in third. And then it is Premier Star. Basin is down towards the rail. Liam's Pride is the trailer. The field is at the head of the stretch. The half in 44 3/5 seconds. And it is Yopon with the lead. Basin is now moved into second. On the outside is Premier Star. There's less than an eighth of a mile to the finish. Yopon is holding on to the lead. Basin giving chase in second. And Yopon, the 3-year-old, makes it 3 for 3.
Well, Dick, Steve Asmussen is very high on this sprinter. Number 2, Yopon, goes right to the front, and he never looks back. He glides under the line a good 2 lengths in front, pays $4.80 to win. Basin was second best. And Dick, Yopon, we look at those colors. The people that owned him lost Matoli, but now they have Yopon.
Yeah, they got Yopon. Steve lost Matoli, the champion sprinter. He's got Yopon and Volatile, so he's dangerous. And, Steve, I don't know how possibly he can be underrated, but you just don't hear his name up with the other guys, but you really should. He's going to be the all-time leader in wins. And think of the 20th century. Curlin, Rachel Alexandra, Gunrunner, all Steve Asmussen trained. Great horses.
And when he is in these graded races, Dick, you always have to look at his horses because
he can win from 4 claimers to the top of the ticket.
Tremendous trainer. Dick, let's go to the West Coast. Their big sprint race of the day, the grade 2 Pat O'Brien. Again, we're going to go 7/8. The purse is $150. Number 5, CZ Rocket, is the even money choice for Peter Miller. This is a pretty good $40,000 claim.
I'll say he's won 3 in a row and claimed from a really good trainer, an Al Stahl, but it's gone back to the form he used to have and seemed to have lost.
Second choice, number 4, Flagstaff, is 2-1 coming out of the John Sadler barn. Dick, he's one of those really consistent types. 13 career starts. He has 5 wins in 4 seconds, and he is a grade 2 winner.
He's closing on $500,000, and you're right, Keith. Those are the kind of horses you like to bet on. You know they're going to fire.
Let's go to the West Coast. Del Mar, here's the Pat O'Brien.
Make their way into the far turn, and Law-Abiding Citizen leads it by a length. Flagstaff is second, and then it's CZ Rocket third on the outside. Giant Expectations coming up to them 4 deep. After that, it is PR Radio Star who's under pressure, then Manhattan Up and Blame It on the Law. Law-abiding Citizen, Flagstaff, and CZ Rocket across the track as they make their way to the top of the stretch. They've kicked away from Giant Expectations and PR Radio Star. They're coming into the final furlong. Flagstaff between, CZ Rocket on the outside. Law-abiding Citizen fights on from the rail. CZ Rocket, Flagstaff, Law-abiding Citizen coming down to the wire. CZ Rocket wins the Pat O'Brien.
Well, Dick, CZ Rocket, as we mentioned, was claimed for $40,000. Off the claim, he wins for $50,000. He wins for $62,500.
Yep.
He wins for $150,000.
Yep.
And now he's a Grade 2 winner. How about that?
Yeah, he won't be claimed anytime soon. He's out of the claiming game at this point. But yeah, I mean, he's qualifies for the, whatever. Who knows? Breeders' Cup Sprint, whatever they decide to shoot for.
Yeah, I guess he's not going to be one of our local claimers of the year. But
No,
boy,
I don't think so.
that's pretty good stuff right there. $4.20 to win. Time to head to our next break. We have our Jockey and Trainer of the Week and more action to take a look at. Right back after this.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. Jockey and Trainer of the Week are brought to you by the good folks at the Turning for Home program. TurningForHome.org, their website. Log on and get involved today. Dick, our Jockey of the Week, Angel Castillo. He is now into the top 5 in our jockey standings. Had a triple here last week. Just continues to ride really well. He is a really good veteran jockey.
He is.
Our Trainer of the Week, Mario Dominguez. Mario is doing very well. Dick, he won the last race on Monday and then came back and won the first 2 on Tuesday. So if I count it right, that's 3 in a row.
Yeah, there you go.
Mario Dominguez is our Trainer of the Week. Let's get to race recap, brought to you by Pewter Stable. Log on to their website at pewterstable.com and become an owner today. Let's get back up to Soggy, Saratoga on the turf. The Grade 1 Sword Dancer at 1.5 miles, a purse of $500,000. Dick, the course was not just soft, it was really soft. Number 6, Cross Border, the 3-1 favorite for trainer Mike Maker. He got put up to win the Bowling Green last time out. Dick, number 4, Channel Makers, 8-1 here for Bill Mott. Thought he was past his best day, but boy, does he love the soft going here.
Yeah, he does indeed, Keith. He's 2 for 27 on something like good or firm turf. He's now 4 for 6 on soft or yielding. So you figure it out. He obviously loves it as he just runs away from the field, wins by 5 3/4 at the end. So yeah, Channel Maker is a completely different horse on a wet turf course.
And you get $18 to win. Before that on the program was the Grade 3 Saranac, 3-year-olds at 1 mile on the grass for $100,000. The favorite is number 5, Don Juan Kitten, 2-1. Kendrick Carmouche on board here. Dick, he is leading all the way, but Kendrick is not going to get it done here. Passed right at the end.
Yeah, he looks like he's got to get there. He opened up at exactly the right time. He looks like he's going to hold on. Here comes Bye Bye Melvin for that man again. Graham Motion with Johnny V at 19-1. Keith to get up by a head.
19-1, $41 to win on Bye Bye Melvin. Eye on Racing, Dick. Not only is it a big day, it's a huge day down at Churchill Downs, the Kentucky Derby. Of course, there are 7 graded races on their program. And Dick, there's some big stuff at Saratoga, too.
Yeah, they got the Jim Dandy for the other 3-year-olds.
Yeah.
Obviously, most of them are in Kentucky, and some of the horses that run the Jim Dandy will probably go to the Preakness in a month, but it's the Derby, Keith. Finally, we're going to get to see the Derby.
Let's get to our final break. We're going to wrap it up. News and notes after this.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingAndBreeding.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing on this Kentucky Derby Saturday. News and notes, our final segment, brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with continued education on the backstretch. Do it with the Granny Fund. Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick down at Keeneland recently. Big discussion with the legislators trying to get some national stuff done.
Yeah, look, there's been talk for a long time about trying to get the medication situation under some uniform control. Right now, obviously, it's done state to state. Now there's discussion, as there has been for a while, about a national body to oversee all of it, the safety, everything involved in the sport. Look, I think it's a great idea. I think it's obviously going to be a lot of discussion involved, but hopefully everybody involved in the sport can get at the table and people come up with some good ideas and some solutions to a problem that's been around for quite a long time.
Well, here's more on the National Integrity Act from Keeneland.
We owe it to the fans, the public, and most importantly, we owe it to the horse to come together and get this right. As such, I'm honored to announce today the formation of the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority. The formation of the authority was achieved through an impressive and encouraging collaborative effort. We all recognize that our industry has challenges ahead, and it is imperative that we come together as one to bring about positive change.
I've always believed that the future prosperity of this beautiful sport depends on uniformity of the rules of racing. Currently regulated by 38 separate racing jurisdictions, the horse racing industry labors under a patchwork of conflicting and inconsistent state-based rules governing prohibited substances, lab accreditation, testing, and penalties for violations, and as in much need for certainty and reform to achieve safety, integrity, and fair competition.
We need an outcome, obviously, to protect this sport for everyone on the track and in the grandstand. The history and excellence of thoroughbred racing deserves nothing less.
Well, Dick, we just have to hope that this gets done sooner than later. And of course, Kentucky Derby Saturday, we got to make our Derby picks. And Dick, we talked about the Ovid Art Collector, who was had a big time shot, is out. I got to go with Tiz the Law.
Yeah, I mean, look, his Travers was awesome. He's the clear favorite. One dangerous horse, potentially. Authentic, I think, is going to get loose in the lead from Mr. Baffert. Always dangerous. And obviously, we want to see NY Traffic run great for our guys at Parks here.
Well, enjoy your Kentucky Derby Saturday, and we'll see you next week right here on Let's Go Racing.